This fairy tale ain't fairy tailing right now because you are working through one of the biggest transformations of your life. And now you're down to the nitty gritty of the people closest to you. You are working through things that other people wouldn't even try to. If you could pull forward to window 3, I have a message for you. Okay? Pull forward. Come on. You might not feel like it right now, but people will be applauding you. But it's not the people you think you're going to be. There's going to be a whole new bag of tricks and a different batch of people, and you will be grateful. Like, oh, I'm glad all those other friends are gone, and that lover is gone, and those family members are gone. You're going to be so thankful. Hearing we built this city on rock and roll, but it's not rock and roll. You're looking at what you built something on. You're like, I built this foundation on chaos. I built this foundation on thinking that it would always be this way, or that I could please everyone and make everyone happy. You're seeing what you built something on, and you're like, that's why it feels painful. That's why I gotta tear it down. That's why it's gotta go. You are officially cleaning house because you want to make sure that whoever is at this table that God has been preparing for you, that they deserve to be there. It's time to take a break from crying. It's time to take a break from feeling hopeless. It is time. And you got this. So somebody here is feeling a whole lot of rage towards relationships that do not work in their life anymore. Either the dynamic doesn't work anymore, or the way you're being undermined doesn't work, disrespect doesn't work anymore, or you feel alone even though you have somebody right next to you. You're like, I don't feel like I just healed all of these things, like I just did all of these things that made a difference. For some reason, you just need a break. You just need a break because the chaos has been exhilarating for you, or more exhilarating than certain relationships. And that's kind of crazy, but there is a way of life that you are about to abandon, and it's almost like your ego is like, wait, that's all we know, so let's just stay a little bit longer. And it's like, no, if you're needing to break up with somebody, if you are needing to put this relationship on pause, that is exactly what you're going to do. Somebody has been very dismissive of you and your feelings. You've had enough. Somebody hasn't been listening to you the same. Who is this in your life? Because I see that you're finally addressing the fact that somebody does not hear you. They do not hear you. They do not listen to you. And this is somebody close to you. I don't know when their listening skills got worse, or they just started scrolling on social media and they just stopped listening as much, but you cannot let it go because it's annoying. You are feeling like you have to repeat yourself all the time. And it's starting to make you feel resentful. You're like, I'm ready to control, alt, delete everybody and their little dog. That's how mad you are right now. So somebody here needs a nap, needs a juice box, needs a break, needs to turn their phone off. There is something that is going to change in your life, and that is going to happen in the next 6 to 8 days. In the next 6 to 8 days, you are going to have the new perspective that you've been praying for. And I feel like you're already working towards this, but your judgment is clouded by your anger and thinking like, did I do all of this and it's for nothing? Somebody is worried about all of the work that they did being for nothing. Like, did I just sacrifice all of this and it was for nothing? And that is not the case, but there is a lot of illusion here to try to trick you up out of your spot, up out of your relationships. Like, be careful with wanting to walk away from your long-term relationships, or relationships where you like know this person is your soulmate. There's something going on. Believe in the impossible. It's like devil energy is trying to mess with your hope right now. Trying to mess with the fact that you're hopeful or that you have faith. And so you're feeling all this negative energy like, do I not do I matter? Does anybody listen to me? So you're starting to figure out like people just don't care. People care about themselves. And what you're going to start doing is being more grounded and being more secure in who you are. You've been feeling like something has been off. There's all these underlying issues. You just want to feel like you did not waste your time on certain projects, on certain relationships, certain connections, endeavors, and investments, whatever it is. And I see the double energy is messing with your hope. So I'm going to try to explain what I'm channeling the best that I can. You are doing things that are hard. Things that you would put under a rug and you're like, save that for another day. You are having hard conversations right now. And that alone is going to catapult you into a really sitting pretty type of future. And what you're going to start doing is not doing things because people expect you to do it, because people want you to do it, because people are nicer to you when you do these things. You're going to start doing things for you. So if you have a family and you take care of your family, but they're only nice to you when you do certain things, you're not doing it. If you have a social media and people only like you when you do certain things, you don't care. You don't care right now what people think. If you look crazy, I don't know, there's just like a lot of righteous rage that you got to get out. And maybe that's maybe not the word I should say. It's that it's righteous rage, but there is this rage inside of you where you feel unseen. And now you're working on being seen, or you seeing yourself, feeling seen by you. And that is going to feel exhilarating. See, I told you guys, confirmation. Things are an illusion. Things are unclear. They're not as they seem because you are almost out of the thick of this craziness that you've been going through on this timeline to get to your 10 of Cups. This has been the merry-go-round, the circus. It's like you're in this fun house and there's like the mares and you don't know which way you're going. That is what it feels like. Feel like you're in crazy town to try to get to your 10 of Cups. But this is going to be worth it. You are no longer going to be fixated on what people want from you. And this is why it's kind of painful and why there's some anger there. You're like, no, well, they only like me when I do this. But I really see people accepting you by you not doing that. By you not doing what they expect you to do. You're going to bring in a whole new wave of people. You're going to be attracting people of a different frequency, of a different caliber. So if you felt like no one's really paying attention, nobody's really listening, I don't understand what's going on, am I doing all of this for nothing? No, you're not doing it all for nothing. Do not lose hope. Do not lose drive. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace. I do see that in this new era, you will be doing things slower. So don't let this illusion of time standing still, people being mad at you, people not really giving you that attention, because you can only be you. And it's no longer authentic for you to just do what other people expect of you. You've had it up to here with that. You are building a new muscle, and this new muscle requires you to have more faith. This new muscle, okay, let me back it up. You're building this new muscle in your faith, how you exercise faith. You are building this new muscle and being assertive and saying what you mean, which you really, really mean the first time. You are also working another muscle in keeping people locked out that don't want to build things with you organically. I'm seeing you shut a lot of people out and down, even though you did care about people's perception or wanted to be accepted into a community or online or in a workplace, and now you're like, they're only happy when I do this, when I'm like this dancing monkey, or I tell jokes, or I have relationship problems. Like, they only care about me when, or are interested when this is going on in my life. So you're starting to see that and know this, that in the next chapter of your life, things are going to be unfolding a lot more smoothly, quicker and smoother. Though they're moving slow right now, it is because you are working through this. You're working through the things that are very uncomfortable for you. You're becoming this bodybuilder in things that are hard. If it's hard for you to normally work out, you're like, I'm just going to do it. I don't like going to the gym, but I'm going to go there. And even if I just sit there and do nothing, I was there. You need to be in the frequency. You need to be around the frequency, around the environment of the people that you really want to attract. And right now, as you're looking around you, you're like, these people aren't the worst. This relationship isn't the worst. These connections aren't the worst, but it's not what I want for my life. I want to change the world. And you feel like people aren't paying attention to you, or they don't care. It's almost like you are being given this window of opportunity to kind of test out certain things that you want to do for you and not really care about being judged. Like, you'll still have a soft landing. You can't flop too hard. This is a time where you're figuring yourself out, because you already looked at the last couple weeks or months or years and said, that gave me poor health. That gave me migraines. That made me crazy. And I'm not going back to that. You will have a lot to celebrate. So in the next 6 to 8 days, oh, sorry, not this card. In the next 6 to 8 days, you are going to have this new perspective, and you are finally going to have this continuous flow. You are making things that are hard a habit. You are no longer telling yourself past narratives from the past. I'm not a morning person. You're not telling yourself that anymore. So when you know that your brain is going to say, oh, I'm not a morning person, so that can excuse me from any time I wake up late and boopity boopity boop, you're saying, I am a morning person. I love waking up in the morning. And then you're going to practice that. So it's like opposite day for you. If you know that you're normally not an affectionate person, and then you excuse yourself by saying, I'm just not an affectionate person, you're telling yourself and your body, I am an affectionate person. And then you're going to try to do this thing. And I don't know how I channeled this. It's just what I'm getting. You're going to maybe not be able to control the first thought, but you are going to control the second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth thought. You're like, oh, I just have a sweet tooth. You're like, nope, that's just excusing what I'm doing. So instead you're like, I love fruits and vegetables. So then you go buying fruits and vegetables, and then you're eating fruits and vegetables. It's like you want to prove to yourself that you can build this way of life, that you can build this muscle. And in a few weeks, you're going to have much to celebrate because you want it that bad. So don't lose hope. Without question, this is unfolding for you. So you're taking initiative in any type of predictive programming that you had before. Things that people told you that aren't really true about yourself. Things that you've told yourself that aren't really true. So if your person is always like, oh, you're this and you're that and you're this, you're like, I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on that. See if I feel that way about myself, and then I'm going to work on those things. So you are not hallucinating. You could be feeling on edge because there is so much change taking place. But you got this. You're just planting new seeds, and it's a little bit uncomfortable, but all of these new seeds, this new way of life, is you building this muscle, you getting stronger, and you having to repeat it. So if you wanted to work on being confident, I was talking to one of my clients today about being confident. He's like, no, I'm just really shy. I I don't like putting myself out there. I told him it is a muscle that you're building. So even if you were once good at it, and then you stop working out that muscle of being confident, putting yourself out there, saying hello to people, trying to, make connections, then it gets harder. Just like if I stop working out and then I go to the gym and I try to lift 50 pounds, it's probably going to hurt and not really going to work. So it's always working on that. You are looking at all of the things that you want for your life. Healthy relationship with your finances, healthy relationship with the people that you care about, whatever it is, you guys can list it below. These are the things that you're going to start building a new muscle for, a new game plan, so you can make it a habit without hesitation. Affirm it below. I will make it a habit without hesitation. I went like that. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm seeing that people really want to collaborate with you, but you're just really needing alone time. You are needing alone time to gather your thoughts. Don't let people come in and distract you. And you will know who those people are that are distractions. People that listen to you and say, oh, I know they're busy, so I'm just going to send them this one text. The people that just don't listen, that really irks you right now. That really gives you the ick. Oh, this is what I got. Pay attention to this. There's a reason why it's making you mad. You feel like it's a betrayal, like I'm listening to you. Why aren't you listening to me? I'm understanding your boundaries. Why are you not understanding mine? You really ain't got time for that right now. You guys could have seen that movie Wish Upon a Star with the two sisters that trade places. You have some wishes that are coming true because you've been doing these things and they're not easy. It's like you planted all of these hopes and these habits and then you realize that they were wrong. You're like, oh, that actually created more chaos in my life. That actually did not help me at all. It actually made me more stagnant. That actually made me more crazy. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words. But now you're like, I gotta dig all of these bad habits up. And I gotta start planning new thoughts, new ideas, new narratives that support me and make me feel better. But there are some people that are really shocked at what you do, at what you're capable of doing. And it's almost like I want you to think about that. When you're like, oh, nobody cares. Nobody cares about what I'm doing or my service that I provide or my business or whatever. I want you to think about the people that are shocked by the fact that you do that. So don't think about the haters that are trying to ignore you, trying to pretend like they don't see you. There's a train that fell on the ground, a train and a yacht. You can't miss this train when you are the golden ticket. The train is waiting for you. Bestie, the train is waiting for you. You were meant to live a life of luxury. You have to take a chance on yourself and do the things that are hard. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose by doing some of the things that are not easy to do? It's going to make you more confident. It's going to make you the hero in your narrative. Instead of you waiting to be saved, feeling like the damsel in distress, you're like, no, I have a fighting spirit. I'm going to fight for the life that I want. I'm not going to wait for somebody else to do it. You're going to be a champion for your own cause. You're also going to be seeing different areas of your life where you're going to be, falling in love. You're ready to fall in love with your life. I like that. You're ready to do things different. I'm seeing that you are being given a green light. There will be an understanding. You don't have to control, alt, delete everybody, but you will control, alt, delete a whole bunch of bad habits. You're letting go of vices, things that you do to not feel. You are seeing where your shadow or your ego has been skating on thin ice. Maybe you feel like you've been bratty or clumsy. I'm getting you've been dropping a lot of things, feeling like you're not only dropping things physically, but feeling like you're dropping the ball. And you're not. You are working through things that other people wouldn't even try to. So if you were the generational curse breaker in your family, they're shook that you're doing the things that you're doing, that you're even trying. Okay? That you are even trying. You also see where a situation could be stringing you along. And so you're going to shift. You're going to transform something that doesn't fit or align with your life anymore. And you're going to get to the bottom of it. You're going to get to the truth of what makes you feel like you're being strung along. Or you're chasing something. You're chasing this empty promise to get the truth of what you really need to be doing or what this relationship really is. Oh, getting karma is a boopity beep. Boopity beep. Karma here is coming through. So that's on both sides. So if you feel like you haven't been that nice to certain somebody, you might be apologizing. If you have been seeing that with other people and how they treat you, then it's the same for them. But there are karmic lessons being learned. So it's like there's a karmic cycle being completed where you have been on this loop over and over and over again. It could be with a parent, somebody that wanted to alienate you or isolate you away from the family. There is going to be karma for that, and that karmic cycle closed. You will finally be gaining your independence. Your bags are packed. This is something that you've waited a long time for. You've waited a long time to be down for whatever, to be given the green light, to have more fun, to be able to celebrate yourself. We have hostile work environment. There is a family environment that was built on lies. There is a love relationship that is built on lies, and you're just seeing where it is hostile or where somebody has to be right. I feel like you're going to be offering a truce with yourself because you have been being so hard on yourself. You're ready to change things, but you don't have to change everything overnight. You are ready to create these new habits and you're serious about them. And I'm just seeing that you are being given the support and the time to do this the way that you truly want to do this. So yeah, you're offering yourself, your shadow, your ego, an olive branch. Like, okay, let's calm down. I'm feeling a little powerless right now. I've been applying way too much force, and it's been holding you back. You are seeing where that's been holding yourself back. I hope this is making sense for someone that needs it. You just been realizing that you've been giving yourself your own headache, that you are ready to slow down. You're like, yeah, I do put too much pressure on myself. Why do I care what and who expects what of me? And so some people might really be taken aback by that, but they just need to listen to the answer. And the answer is, I meant what I said, so listen. You're just kind of telling people, like, listen up. I'm only going to say this once. I'm seeing that you want to spend a lot of time at home. You're seeing that life is precious, like life is short. And so you're done wasting your time in environments that don't support you. And that is just a big theme for you right now. But I'm getting in the next 6 to 8 days, you are going to have the freedom that you have been waiting for, where you are going to feel like your most authentic self. Even on your worst day, you will feel like your most authentic self in your relationships. Like there's just going to be there's going to be more ease. I'm seeing you have, I don't know if that is going to make sense to anyone, but you will have the time to be more honest. Instead of just rushing and glazing over something like, yeah, I'll deal with that later. You will have the time to be like, no, this is why I don't like that. This is why I'm not doing that. And da-da-da-da. But sometimes when we're so busy, it's maybe easier to fall into some people-pleasing tendencies. And you're like, yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. Someone might be fighting with the love of their life. And so you might be apologizing to them like, hey, I've been under a lot of stress. Yep, heart-to-heart conversation. Hey, I don't like how I've been acting. I don't like how I've been speaking. And yes, I do have some frustrations, but I can get it out in a better way. You're just going through so much growth right now. So I'm really hoping that somebody's open to that conversation. Others of you are ready for a breakup and you're ready to, get back out there. Others of you could be giving up on dating because you don't like dating online. You don't like the people that are on there for instant validation, that are really extra or over the top, or not doing it for good reasons. You just have this heavy feeling of being in your feels. You're really in your feels right now. You are very emotional. You're like, how do I not let my emotions control me when I'm doing all of this shadow work? It's hard. It's hard, but you are working through it. You're also working through fear of missing out. For my workaholics and those of you that are recovering people pleasers, you're like, I need to get rid of this fear of missing out. I'm not missing anything. Anything that is for me is for me. So you're done treating yourself like garbage. You are going to stop being so mean to yourself. Stop bullying yourself. You are going from the 5 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords to knowing that you're protected and knowing that you have the resources that you need. Sometimes our exit strategy isn't perfect, but I feel like you're going to get out of it what you need. Whatever you're walking away from, you're going to get what you need out of it. But I'm seeing that, you feel kind of hopeless right now. Like, no, I'm not doing it right. This is not how this was supposed to go. I thought it was going to be better. And now I'm just, feeling a little bit scared and I can't sleep. You're going through so many emotions because your life is changing. Okay? Your life is changing. You are going to have more money than you know what to do with. You don't feel like that right now, but you will. You're so used to people taking your time, taking you for granted, taking, and not even saying sorry. And you're emotionally feeling it. You could be tired of feeling your emotions. You're like, I'm so sick of this. I don't want to feel any more emotions like this, but you're trying to really stick with it. You're trying to work through what does not serve you anymore. And you are ready to practice what is hard. You are ready to say the things that are not easy. And you could be apologizing to somebody that you really care about, a lover. You're just trying to figure out how to put your life back together without ripping it to shreds. That will make sense to somebody. You're like, I need to learn how to pour back into myself without ripping up all the cords. Control, alt, deleting everybody, shutting everybody out. That's what you're trying to figure out how to do right now. So that you will be able to celebrate with the people that you care about. Because again, right now you could be feeling really alone. Like, why do I even care? Why do I even bother? Okay. Whoa. These are just, okay. We have the moon. It's hard for you to see it this time. You just feel the emotions. It's hard for you to see behind this veil. And this looks like the eclipse. This looks like the blood moon. Wow. This literally looks like the blood moon we just had. The lunar eclipse. Yeah, your whole life is changing. So don't be like, oh my gosh, what the frick? It's changing for a reason. It's changing for a reason. So you can get this. So you can walk where you want to walk, do what you want to do, say what you want to say, get to do whatever you want with your day. Get to be happy. Devil in reverse. You're done just being crazy with yourself. It feels manic. You're admitting that to yourself. You're calling a truce. You're surrendering. Dang, I've been treating myself like that, talking to myself like that. That's not nice. Like my calculations show that's not nice. I need to stop doing that. You're really ready to go within, and you're seeing all that it entails. You're like, oh dang, that's a lot. Okay, I need to not get overwhelmed. I can do this. It's like going somewhere you think you can go. Like, yeah, I can go on this little hike. And then you get there and you're like, this was such a bad idea. I should turn around. That's how you're looking at it, like, I should turn around. I should get out of here. Let me just knock all the pieces off the board. Let me be gone. So maybe you're feeling like your master plan has gone to crap, but something big is around the corner. Things are about to start shaking up for you in a good way. In a good way, because you are doing, again, the things that are hard instead of avoiding them, like the plague. We have justice. This is all happening in due process. You cannot rush this. You can't rush this transformation you're going through. You cannot rush this transformation that you're going through, and it just feels very painful. But you will be learning how to work smarter and not harder. You will be learning different skills, learning different habits, learning how to control, conquer, be in flow, be the phoenix rising. To have this commanding presence, you're just going to be really focused. There's a new you that is about to emerge. So don't worry about who's assessing you or who isn't assessing you, who isn't analyzing you. But yeah, some of you that have been getting migraines, you could be feeling like your hormones are all over the place. Your emotions are all over the place because of what you've been trying to change. What you've been worrying about. Don't worry, it's all about to de-escalate. You're ready to let this love in. Okay, you guys, I don't know who that is for. You guys, let me know in the comments. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to smash the you know what, hit the bell, duh. And I hope this message finds you guys well.